Welcome back to episode 31. It is titled, Let's Make Beautiful Mistakes. Alright guys, so in this channel we are what? Time efficient, or at least we try to be. So let's dive right in, okay? Alright, of course we are on our chapter Spring Break Edition / loving our weaknesses, right? If we have weaknesses, what does that mean? Right? Because a lot of the times, where do weaknesses come from? Who said we had weaknesses? Who told us what weaknesses were or are? Like, where do we get this information? Because some people may find it a weakness to be so independent. I don't know, I'm just throwing something out there, right? But yet, some people may find that as a great thing to be. So, you want to think about that. What are your weaknesses, right? You. Answer that for yourself. What are your weaknesses? Why do you think those are weaknesses? Who told you those are weaknesses? You want to chime into that, because a lot of the times it's things that we've been told, things that we've been passed down to. A lot of my weaknesses I've been told from the church, right? So me liking women, a weakness, a sin, it was something, right? There's many others. And a lot of my weaknesses come from being taught at the church, right? I know a lot of us are in the same boat, but thankfully, I've been working on that, filtering that out, figuring that out, right? Just as you are, and that's great. You want to keep doing that though, because society tells us a lot of the times, this is a weakness, this is not good, this is not good morally, this is not. It's like you're constantly receiving information where you're being told these are weaknesses, these are mistakes, you shouldn't be doing this. So this episode, let's make beautiful mistakes. Now, making a mistake. A lot of people, that's including me, okay? We're afraid to make a move. We're afraid to do something, right? We're afraid to go after something because, well, what about if it is a mistake? Right? What about if the result of what I'm doing is not good? That's normal. It's gonna happen. The biggest mistake you can do, though, is just stay put and not actually do something. Because ultimately, what I always say is you are in control. You are in control. You're in so much control, but we don't really realize it much, right? It's tough. A lot of our decision makings are not because we've objectively have made them on our own. A lot of the times it's because we're being told, we're being molded into what is expected out of us. I always wondered, people achieve greatness, but the journey to get to greatness, they had to make a lot of mistakes. So why is it that we are so pressured to not make a mistake if that is basically the one thing that's gonna get us to greatness, is to make mistakes? Why is it the one mistake can obliterate, right? Can just like kill, massacre all of the good millions of things you've done in the past? But here you go, you make one mistake and all of the good that you've done goes out the window? How does that make sense? Make it make sense. It doesn't. It doesn't. You are human, Papa. You're human, Mama. Like, come on. You need to have grace for yourself. You're gonna make mistakes. We're not perfect. We're human beings in this world where we don't know what our choices, what our decisions are gonna come out. We have an idea a lot of the times what our choices are gonna bring towards our lives. And I know that that's where wisdom comes in, right? But to achieve being able to get to that level of wisdom where you kind of already know what you're going to get, some type of thing, you need to make mistakes. You're going to have to. If you're in this journey of self-love, you're going to have to make mistakes. I've made mistakes. I made plenty of mistakes. It's okay. Let's go out and make beautiful mistakes. The most important thing is for you to learn from your mistakes. Make those things. Are they really mistakes though? Is what I always ask. Are they really mistakes? If at the end of it, you actually get something better out of it, if at the end of it, you become someone better, if at the end of it, you become closer to the person that you've always wanted to be, was it really a mistake or did it need to happen for you to get to where you are right now? Think about it. Beautiful mistakes. And I call it beautiful because it is who you are becoming. Make those mistakes. Go out there, make those mistakes. Don't be afraid to go for it. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there. And like what people say, look like a fool. Look like a fool. I'm never going to be a fool as long as I'm trying. And whoever says you're making a fool out of yourself, they don't belong in it. They're in another level. They're in another stage in their lives. Let them say what they want to say. You know what you're doing. And I understand. Half the time we don't know what we're doing, right? But what I'm saying is at that moment, at that precise moment of you making decisions, of you deciding over something, you know what you're doing at that precise moment. You're like, you know what? I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm going to go for it. That's still knowing what you're doing. We say, I don't know what I'm doing because we don't know what's going to come out of that decision. But it doesn't mean that we don't know what we're doing. Believe in yourself. Okay? Be honest. Be genuine with yourself. What are your intentions is what I constantly ask myself. When I do something, when I already think, oh, I want to do this or I want to do that, or I check in. Why am I doing this? What are my intentions for this? There are so many times that we're going to be put in places that we never thought we would be. We're going to be put in situations where the you before would have never even been around that. But now you are, and here you are, and you find yourself here. So what are you going to do? We're going to make beautiful mistakes. Don't be afraid to go out there and make beautiful mistakes, because at the end of the day, I don't think they're mistakes. They're just getting you closer to the person that you need to be. And be proud of that. All right, guys. Peace and love. Remember, I believe in you. I know you can do it. Keep it going. You got this.